Hi guys, we are in Paris and welcome to my office. I will do a photo book reaction of a French photographer, Antoine Bruy. Yes, I mispronounced his name, but that's what life does, you have to deal with it. We are not here to learn and study French pronunciations, but we are here about photography. And Antoine Bruy is a young photographer, at least by my standards. He is 32 or something like that, something past 30s. He was chosen to be top 30 photographers under 30 years some years ago. So he received a lot of awards and acknowledgements for his work, and rightly so. This book contains some really smart decisions, some really well executed aesthetical approaches, some very interesting content, and everything is put together in a very, very interesting book. Okay, I don't have a second camera, so that's why I'm using a phone. We will first review the book, just flip it through, and then we'll talk about it, okay? A couple of things. What I really love with this book is a square format. The author have chosen the square format. Actually, this is a part of the statement of this book. The squarishness brings stability in these images, in these compositions. You have to remember one thing, and please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I have heard that in Indian culture, the shape square means peace, because it doesn't go anywhere. It's stable as it is. And this is actually reflected also in these images. All the images are very stable, are very peaceful. Look at the color palette. So color palette of this book is very peaceful also, very pastel. The colors, even if there are many colors inside, they're not screaming at you. They're very subtle. They're very, look at that, this looks like a jungle. And you know the images of jungle all screaming in this green and flourishing green. Well, this is different photo, it's very peaceful. And this is what I'm trying to say, you know, with his composition, with his squares. This book brings a lot of peace into the viewer's eyes, at least to my eyes. You have to remember we are living in this, you know, like I'm in Paris now, like one of the most vibrant cities, and overcrowded and overpriced and over, so much rush and so much, everybody's going everywhere. And now you have this bunch of people that are living off the grid and doing their own peaceful life. And to live in this kind of environment is not easy, you know. They're not having easy time. But that's why this book is not, these photographs are not photographs for a magazine. This is not a reportage. This is more like a documentary, basically. As the author himself said it, let me quote him. I'm trying to find pictures which give me a feeling of being out of reality, out of time. And by doing that, he also said in his interview that he was, in these scenes, there are computers and there are televisions, but he avoided to photograph them because he had his own agenda. So he had his own vision of idealistic living off the grid, and this is what is interpreted here. You know, it's not the reality. You know, it's his vision, his interpretation of. It's very romantic interpretation of people living off the grid of the civilization, and you know, that's why this is a. I would call it very clearly art piece. It's not. I would not call it a photojournalism or even documentary. Yeah, it is using documentary elements. These people are totally real. Photos are not staged. But this is very subjective documentary, as we used to call it in FAMU in Prague Academy. So, you know, meaning his vision is more important than what is actually happening there, you know. His vision of this storytelling is more important what is actually going on. He takes piece here, he takes piece there, like an actor, actors in his in a film. These photographs are giving you information that the author wants you to see it. I think it's great. One very important question that happens when I'm looking at this book is why these people, the story of these people, you know, why they went out, how are they, you know, how are they managing with food, how they are managing with health service and so on, you know. That kind of stuff that every civilized, us that are living in civilization, you know, we don't think about that, you know. So I would like to ask those people, and the author doesn't give us the answer. You know, at the moment I'm reading a book, Into the Wild, about Christopher McCandless, a 24-year-old guy who went into the wild, abandoned the wealth of his wealthy family. But anyway, that book is bringing us into the mind of somebody who left the civilization, and this does give us so little information about these people. Just the name. Wait, let me see. Just the name, the surname, and where the picture was taken, and what year it was taken. That's all. You know, not even a place where they're living. Just like a Spain or no. Wait, let me see. Yeah, exactly. Not even, yeah, like a coastline or, yeah. So, so the author, Antoine Bruy, is having totally different agenda than the book about Into the Wild. He's not giving us a story about these people. He is telling us his story, and that's why this is very different than artwork, than documentary, or I would say photojournalism. His story is more important than the story of these people. Fair enough. It's an art book. It's an art piece. Well done. A couple of things I don't like about this book. First of all, the cover page. I mean, the cover. I mean, I know it's trendy to have a photo book and just typographical,
name and the title. I mean, I know this is very fashionable and very trendy. I just don't like it. In the back, you have a very good photo, you know. By the way, the book cost 30 euros, which is very good price actually for a hardcover. And okay, the cover page I'm not very impressed. Also the leather, it has a contemporary typographical cover page, but you know, this, I don't know, this material, I'm not so keen on that. What else? Yeah, I mean, you have to remember one thing that I love or hate. Like, first of all, this book is about the peacefulness. You know, like it's very peaceful, and also that's how the photographs are. This is a gallery work, so that's why, you know, pictures are just placed on the one side. Rarely they're on two sides. You know, and so it's like more like pictures were be took off the wall and put it into the book, and so it doesn't really use all the potential of the graphic design. But that said, it doesn't need to, you know, because it has the main purpose of this book is to bring the feeling of peacefulness and a rhythm that is very predictable and very calm, you know, and that's what it does very successfully. So I would say the graphic design here is very minimal, for good reason. But you know, would it work better if there will be a little bit more dynamic inside? You know, with a different, maybe a double page, or you know, I'm not sure. Some of the images are very weak. What is that about? You know, it's like, again, a photo that it's, I guess it's important because it's in the book, alongside with so many great photos. But what is this guy doing? I have no idea, you know, I have no idea, and I don't like it. Also this, I don't know, like this 3 deers there, I mean, I'm not very impressed by that. Whereas this one is very nice, you know, very romantic, very clean, you know, that's very important. You know, they're living off the grid, but everything is very clean and very beautiful. And of course, this is, I presume this is the owner of the house. It's pretty well done, you know, like this is, let's say, here you have this truck, and then you have the inside the truck, and now we have this portrait, you know. I read this as they are the owners of this, they're living here, you know. And then you have this beautiful landscape image, and the guy taking a bath in the lake and working his horses. Oh no, this is another guy. Okay, this is another guy. You see, so you know, kind of, you have a feeling where one story ends and where the new story starts, but it's very ambiguous, and I like that. I think it's very good, actually. Okay, that's it.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. This book about Antoine Bruy, Scrublands, is really excellent book. It costs only 30 euros. I think it's a bargain. As I could see it, it's available only online. In Paris, I hardly got it. I got the last copy in a bookstore, Artazart, and in La Comède they didn't have it anymore. So anyway, it's a great book, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, you might support me in my Patreon or even order my book. My book Father's Tale is sold out, but will be reprinted at the end of the summer. So if you want to order it, thank you for your support. Ciao, or au revoir, au revoir. I'm so horrible in this French. I mean, even English sucks, you know, but then French.